Hello, Anna. Thank you for joining us with Conversations with MM today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hi, everyone. Good day to you all. Welcome to Conversations with MM. This is Marivir Montebon here in New York, and we are again having a new episode that will hopefully warm your heart and help you love yourselves better and love your community better. My guest for this episode is a wonderful duo, a mother and daughter tandem. They are from New Jersey, and I'm talking of no other than Priscilla Garces and her mom, um, Maria. Priscilla is born in Ecuador, and she is visually impaired, and she is a distinguished disability advocate. She is a UN representative for the Women's Federation for World Peace International, and she's also a member of various local boards, such as the Union County Human Services Advisory Council, the Union County Advisory Board on Persons with Disabilities, and a member of the Board of Trustees for New Jersey Fund for the Blind. Priscilla is the founder and president of Always Forward. It's a nonprofit organization which assists people with disabilities by empowering them and helping them to connect with more accessible resources. Now, Priscilla has a master's degree in nonprofit leadership and development from Fordham University. She has a professional certificate of English to Spanish translation from the NYU, and she has a bachelor's degree in diplomacy and international relations and a minor in Spanish and Latin American studies from Seton Hall University. I almost couldn't breathe reading that. And so, also the mom of Priscilla is Maria. Maria is a community leader. Of course, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, ladies and gentlemen. And she is also part of the Union County Committee, a United Nations representative, and the founder of the foundation Fundación Ecuatoriana de Soporta Social. Do I sound like a Spanish person? I'd like to welcome Priscilla and Maria. Yay! Thank you so
Thank you.
much, ladies, for joining me
Yeah,
today. How are
thank
you?
you. I'm good. Thank you very much, Maribel, for having us in your program. I am very, excited.
Yes, me too. Thanks, Priscilla, for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation to speak on the podcast. It's a pleasure to do so and to share, the experiences, to share because it's
Yes,
all about promoting awareness and sharing the experiences of the challenges that families face, especially when it comes to advocating or taking care of people with disabilities.
yes, and you are a very inspiring one, Priscilla. The first time I saw you, I was struck and I was so amazed by how your energy is and your confidence, your positive aura to the room that we were together. So but then I'd like to ask your beloved mom first, like what happened and into your life and how you brought forth Priscilla and your story about mothering first, Maria. Tell us about it.
you know, the thank you for this question there. We are going
Yeah.
to start, as a mother, to a professional growing young woman with disability. I have
Mm-hmm.
learned to care, start with love,
Uh-huh.
understanding, with dedication, for have a very good life. Yeah, for when we come here, Priscilla, you told that she born in Ecuador, no?
Mm-hmm.
And she was, but she born premature, and
Yes.
with 1 pound 12 ounce.
Oh,
You- yes, yeah,
one
that
one pound
12
and 12 ounces. Wow.
ounces. Her
First
life
child,
is
Maria?
difficult. Yeah, her life
Or
is
she's your
difficult.
eldest child?
Y- Yeah, I have another my son. I have Priscilla, and
Uh-huh.
in Ecuador when I come, this was very hard, to come and take care. But Priscilla, especially when we come and to move to another country,
Mm-hmm.
leaving my roots, let my family behind. And I start take care with, and looking for resources, for to come here for the start your treatment. She had the surgery for in both eyes. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but when you can do any change because for her conditions, you can he had retinopathy premature
Yeah.
because the medical malpractice in my country.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that is the reason because she is totally blind now. You know,
wow.
this is this is very challenging for when we start with Priscilla to come here. But
Mm-hmm.
with research, with faith, with love, you can do change in her life. And that is for me. I am very blessed to have Priscilla really, because sometimes when you come is hard, but
Yes.
with the time, day by day, year by year,
Mm-hmm.
you know with love, dedication, and support. And those support is only me, support with the community, with the
Mm-hmm.
organizations. They give you the resource, the education. And that is, for me, the education is very important. For me, that is, when she was baby, I start, with the therapies, we go to the school. Yeah, I think she started, when it almost was 2 years, you start, learning. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah,
how old was Priscilla when you came from Ecuador? She was not
baby.
1 year old. She
No, she
was
was baby. She was baby. She was, is
maybe how
3 or
many
4 months.
months?
Yeah,
How
it's
many
3 months.
months? 3 months.
3 months. 3 months because I came here to USA
Mm,
for do the surgeries. But
okay.
I stay here, because in our country it's different.
Mm-hmm.
With people with disability don't have the resource for for have the opportunities. And
Mm-hmm.
I decide to be here. And after that, my son, I have another son, Nicolas.
Mm-hmm. How old
Yeah,
is Nicholas now?
Nicolas is 33 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is amazing boy. Is very loved, very kind. He had a very big heart, and is very support. And he helped me. Is mentor with Priscilla. What is the way I building my family is
Yes.
working like a team,
Okay,
like a
nice.
team. That is the way we working. I support my son, my
Mhm.
daughter. She support my son and me, and him to her and me. So we try to help to each other for growing.
How nice. How nice.
That,
So you're
that
an amazing mom for sure.
yeah.
Mhm.
Thus I try, and I'm very proud of him because he graduated in business in
Uh-huh.
Rocker University in
Okay.
business school. And after that, he graduated, with a master in New York University. He received one course in another certificate from Harvard. He never say.
Okay.
he
Wow.
yeah. And
You're an
he is
amazing
very,
mom.
yeah, but
Maria,
first,
I'd like to ask Priscilla on how she feels. Like how has she been raised by you and the village, your village. So Priscilla, tell us how your experience was growing up.
Well, for me, my
Yeah.
experience growing up has been a pretty good experience, but there were some days where I needed additional support growing up because it's not like today. We
Mm.
didn't have the technology that we have, like the iPhones, iPads.
Yes.
When I was in school, very early on,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking 90s, the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
when I started learning Braille, I started learning when I was 3 years old. I started
Uh-huh.
learning Braille
Okay.
because the Commission for the Blind has been part of the reason why I was able to have a world of education,
Mm-hmm.
because learning Braille has been uh it opened doors for me.
So
And
through Braille, you're able to read, right?
yes, with
Uh-huh.
Braille I was able to read. But for those of you who don't know what Braille is basically a cell that has six dots.
Mm-hmm.
And when you arrange the dots in a different combination
Yeah.
or in a different arrangement, you form letters.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the F is dots 1, 2, and 4, and the I is dots two,
Oh.
4, and the P is 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc.
Uh-huh.
So that's how you arrange the letters. So
So you learned this
basically,
in New Jersey, Priscilla?
yes,
Oh, what
yes. I
school? What school?
Well, I learned it through the Commission for the Blind.
Mm-hmm.
I was never. The thing was, I my parents never wanted me to be in a special school for the blind,
Uh-huh.
because they said that I could be mainstreamed in the public schools just like with the other normal kids, because
Uh-huh.
one of the most important things of raising a person with a disability is to identify, what they are capable of, and this and it, if they have the different capability,
Mm-hmm.
then they could be able to go in a mainstream environment, like in a public school with all of the rest of the kids,
Mm-hmm.
provided that they have the ability to learn, unless they have an extraordinary condition that maybe they might have to go to a special school. But in my case, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I was able to go into a public school, and then the teachers from the Commission for the Blind would come over and they could teach me the basics like Braille and
Mm-hmm.
other tools, and have the exposure to different technology.
Did you like being in a public school? Was your classmates welcoming, and was the education fit for you as far as you think or feel?
Well, for me, being in a public school has been a very good decision, because I'm able to socialize better with people that don't have any disabilities.
Mm.
Because when you're in a special school, and I've sometimes been in summer programs that are especially geared towards people who are blind.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I found is that they tend to shelter you in the category by putting you with people who are with the same or similar condition that
Mm-hmm.
you have.
Okay.
And I mean, that is for just one summer or two, just so I could learn the basics, like the other basics.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put the kid in the school for the blind since they're from kindergarten up to the age of 21,
Yeah.
and they're in the same environment growing up, when they go into the real world, they don't know how to socialize with the other people, they don't know how to act, because they're used to having people with the same condition,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not used to socializing with different kinds of people, and
Mm-hmm.
that is very critical.
Yes. So your mom made a good decision, and the school system too, to just put you immediately into the, so to speak, normal world. But I
Yes.
have I have a very let me say, very curious question. And I'd like to ask Maria, being the mom, like, now you told me that, and Priscilla said that she couldn't see anything. It's really black in her
Yes.
visual. So how did you make her appreciate the world? For example, like a while ago, I asked you, like, if Priscilla, I tell her like she is in front of a tree, what comes to her mind? And she would say the tree would have leaves and branches. So did you give her those visions, those description of our world, visual world,
Yeah.
Maria? Is that part
Yeah.
of the mothering?
Yes, because I was like a I was and I am like a dictionary in my brain, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Uh-huh.
because I need to expose. For example, when I go to, I remember I go to the park. I
Yeah.
went to the park. She chose the rose, the leaves, and I let to her touching, and I explain, what is the color, what is the form, you know,
Wow.
sometimes she look at the faces. I remember she touching my face, for see what is the eyes, or
Oh,
the brothers. Those, all something important to tell about Priscilla is because she is very curious too.
okay.
Yeah, she is all the time she is touching. Even now, she's Priscilla. You can touch that. Careful with the bag. Sometimes she is want to touch it. You go careful because the lady had a bag. Careful, because she also is curious. But I remember when
Eager to
she,
learn, right?
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
because that is the way she learned. That is. I need to tell her, what is the word. Usually, and I travel,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I give you experience for her because I said sometimes the people thinking what she travel,
Mm-hmm.
she
Yeah.
can see anything.
But you're
It's not,
there. You were her eyes, I guess, and her hands and legs too and feet.
yeah, I expose the foods, the different foods, the
Mm-hmm.
different costume. I thought, when it of the clothes, especially the food and the music,
Yeah.
everything, because she need to learn. Because I give you the opportunity, to see how is the world,
You're an amazing
because
mom.
it's not the house, it's not only the school, it's not only the street,
Yeah.
she need to explore. Does he have, for me that is important when I go. Sometimes I experience to hear everything. Does and she like she is with me like a
I can
like a
really
partner,
say
like a partner.
you're the one who nurtured her to be a leader. Do you believe that, Priscilla? Your mom was your first mentor for leadership.
Yes, I I sincerely believe that she is the main mentor,
Oh,
apart from the the whole community and the whole village that is able to raise a child. I
yes.
think that mothers are the main leaders.
Mm-hmm. You're amazing. You're so amazing. By looking at the both of you, the first time I met you, I think that was in New Jersey when we were both awardees to the Her Story Awards by WFWP. That was how I learned your story, Priscilla, and I was so struck by your tandem. You're like, you're one. You're both, your mom and you are one. So now, I'd like to move into your advocacy. It may sound very natural that you are an activist for persons with disabilities and for climate change and environmental conservation. How did this grow about, Priscilla? Why did you choose this one
The
for
disability
advocacy?
advocacy.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, that came from the experience
Mm-hmm.
growing up, you know, because for my parents and especially, for my mother, it has
Mm-hmm.
been, especially at the very, very beginning, very hard because when you're in a new country, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know who to contact, you don't know how to access the resources, and she had to also struggle, and
Mhm.
raising a person with any kind of condition can be a struggle for the whole family, not just for the person caring for them, but also for the whole family.
Yes.
So so I grew up having to navigate the system
Mhm.
so that I can get the different resources, whether it's books in Braille in a timely manner or audiobooks. And
Mhm.
sometimes when I was very little and
Mhm.
I didn't have access to the books in time because it takes a while to prepare the
Yes.
Braille books, then she would read, and she would read to me and help by reading.
Mhm.
And so, and also back then they don't they have the braille writer which I used, which was like the 1950s braille writer.
Mhm.
um
How does
and
that how does that look like 1950s braille writer?
it's a big typewriter that has one row of keys at the bottom and then another row and then it has like it's like a big metal machine that you wind the paper in, and then you could be able to write in braille.
Is it
And
heavy?
it's heavy.
Oh,
Yes, it's heavy.
you bring it to school every day.
No, because luckily they had one in school and I had one at home,
Oh, great. Okay. So
so
that
I
was
didn't have to
helpful.
carry that. That was helpful. Yes.
So what is
Be-
the braille machine now? Is it electronic?
Now it is electronic, and I actually have it with me right here
Uh-huh.
beside me. I can show it to you.
Okay. Let's see
Let
that.
me. Okay.
Oh, you can raise it higher. Oh,
Yes.
oh. There I can read property of the US government.
Well, yes.
Oh,
This is the
now.
braille
Oh,
machine.
wow.
Yeah.
So when
This
did
is
you
the
get that? When did it become an upgrade?
Well, I got it during during in 2020 when they had the
Uh-huh.
COVID-19 pandemic, because they were having a program at the
Okay.
library for the blind.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like they had like a program where you can see and test whether you are able to read books in braille using the refreshable braille display.
Wow.
So so I signed up, and the organization was doing that so that people could still maintain the braille skills even
Mm-hmm.
during the pandemic.
How nice. So all these resources, you have to look for it and assert your right to have it, right? It's not like given to you in a silver platter.
Yeah, you have to be assertive in
Mm-hmm.
order to get the resources, and you have to look.
Yeah,
You have to do the work and look for it, because sometimes, and you would have to sometimes, if you have people who can help,
yeah,
that's also good. But the key thing is to connect with organizations, because organizations are the main drivers that could help.
that's
And
nice.
that
That's why
is
you have
why.
an organization. You created one.
Yes. And this is why I became involved in advocacy work,
Mm-hmm.
um because I want to share my experience with families, not only just families but the communities, on how people can with disabilities can have accessibility to the different resources, but you have to connect them.
Mm-hmm. You are amazing. So does your mom also help you do the research, how to navigate where these resources are and connect them with the community? Is that like a tandem again with the both of you?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it is. Yes. With
Yeah.
he also helps me find, oh, look, this might sound good. Sometimes if I have trouble with the accessibility of certain information or certain web pages, then she could help by telling me, oh, this resource would be very useful. Maybe you could use it.
Oh,
So,
nice. So,
Yeah.
Maria, you also know how to read the Braille?
Really, no few, no, pero not really all the language. No, yeah, Priscilla, she is the specialist.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you also have to learn the touching of the dots and making them into
Ye-
letters and all. Wow. But normally, what does a normal day with you? How does it begin in the morning, and then if you have an activity in the afternoon, how does that happen? Now that you're a big girl, Priscilla. So you decide on which clothes to use and all that. So it's also a lot of girl thing, between the both of
well,
you. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I decide on. I could decide, oh, I'm gonna wear this, but I do confirm what color it is. What
Uh-huh.
I'm like, just so that this way, I look put together and not go with a different color shirt and a different color
You
pants.
certainly look
You know,
fashionable, Priscilla.
yeah.
yeah,
Yes, you are. Amazing. So you consult with your mom and you agree on together on what should be the look for the day when you go out on your public engagements, right?
yeah,
Mostly like to confirm. I mean, I decide what I would like to wear, but he also reassures that
Yeah.
oh, this color might go well with this other color, just so that this way,
yeah.
Wow.
Usually she like, yeah, usually she like you decide what is the dress she like,
Uh-huh.
and they say, for example, this shoe is good to I think that is better, or this bag is better, you know. But she has good taste. I don't know, but she like
Yes.
what is,
She's a
yeah,
fashion model.
yeah.
I'm not joking and I'm not flattering you. It's true. But now I'm intrigued again, Maria and Priscilla. Like how do you describe colors when visually you cannot see, you only see the black? So how do you describe pink, for example, or blue or red or purple? What comes into the head? It's really difficult for me. How do you do that, Maria?
For example, with
Mm.
the shoes, for the shoes, she
Yeah.
has one section for blue shoes,
Well.
purple, black shoes, cream shoes, and another section she has for party shoes,
Uh-huh. 40
sneakers
shoes.
or flat shoes and boots. Entonces she have the different, sections,
Uh-huh.
and and is in pills. Yeah, I have a boxes. I pack plastic box. I put all the shoes in plastic box because
Uh-huh.
they say that is blacks, that is the different the colors. Okay? And she know, for the Priscilla, please, you put the purple shoes, and she go and she know what is the place, and
Uh-huh.
I think that she is wearing the shoes.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
The thing is to remember
Yeah.
what where you put them, and also how they feel, because
Uh-huh.
when I try to buy something,
Mm-hmm.
I would try to make sure that it's in a different style, like so that this way I can remember what color it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah,
The both of you.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good like you have that mother and daughter scheme because I think it would be a lot easier if you're mother and daughter than I guess dad and daughter because you would have the same flow of mind when it comes to fashion. Am I right, Maria?
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
So where are you at now, Priscilla, in terms of your advocacy? What is the thing that keeps you busy these days for advocacy?
Well, for advocacy,
Yeah.
well, one I just want I these days, I've been trying to advocate for people with disabilities. Well, one of
Mm-hmm.
the highlights of my advocacy work that I did was to go and successfully help with the passage of
Mm-hmm.
the legislation called workability, which is a policy that has been successfully signed
Mm-hmm.
into law by the governor of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a policy that expands access to work
Mm-hmm.
for people who are receiving their benefits, because if you are in a social protection system because of your disability,
Yeah.
that is like a safety net. But what
Mm-hmm.
happened before they had the workability policy, you would either have to choose to work in a job that is more meaningful and that gives you a good quality of life and that makes you more academically stable,
Mm-hmm.
and lose, that protection system, which many people who have disabilities depend on that, because the
Yeah.
assistive technology can be expensive if you
Yes.
don't have access to organizations or or other resources that can help with the acquiring of the technologies that they need
Mm-hmm.
so that they could be able to do their work. So at the it is a safety net, but I think that finding being in a work
Yeah.
environment where you are economically more stable is important too. So
Yes.
that's why I helped with a group of disability advocates pass the legislation that has been signed by the governor, because people with disabilities deserve the opportunity to work, and but they not only just to work, but also to have more economic stability too, because that can also increase their health outcomes, and it could increase also their mental well-being as well.
That's right. So it's really good that you balanced it because people can work, but then you take out those support systems. It defeats the whole thing, right?
Yes,
I'm
there
glad
has
you
to be a
had.
balance.
Yes, wonderful. So now, are you gainfully employed, Priscilla, while you're doing your advocacy? You are also working.
Well, I'm now like the UN. I'm the UN rep.
Mm-hmm.
um
Yes.
so that's the work that I am doing
Right now. Great,
right
great.
now.
Your mom also is a UN rep for a WFWP, correct, Maria?
Yeah, yes. I agree. This last
So
year
you
and
you
this
go
year
to
is
the
going.
United Nations. I've seen you at the UN. In fact, last year and a
And
few years back. So
yeah,
what do you do there? What specific committees are you? Uh, where are
we
you
are
at?
we are going. We are in ECOSOC, and Priscilla is different. But usually we are going together. For the all the all the activities have in the USA, and
Mhm.
Miss Merly, she is always in touch with this, and give the suggestion what is the meetings that is important for the organization and for the UN representatives. And we are happy that you are too part of the
Yes,
UN
finally.
representatives. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is, last year was a learning experience, and for Priscilla and me, Priscilla, she has involved in another committees, no, Priscilla?
Yes, I was involved in other committees.
uh-huh.
I am involved in other committees, like for example the accessibility committee
Okay,
for disabilities within the UN, and also another committee as well. So
wonderful. Yeah, but before we wrap up, I'd like to ask you, going back to your childhood, Priscilla, or even now, you're a young person. Do you like have time for enjoyment? Do you have leisurely activities other than being very active and serious with the heavy things in the world, like pushing for disability rights and climate change and environmental protection? Do you even have an easy time, an easy day where you just relax?
Yeah, I do have I that is why I like to take the weekends and
Uh-huh.
relax, because you need time for yourself despite having the work.
Yes.
You need to take some time for yourself, especially during the night. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you want to watch a good if you want to watch something on TV, or if you want to listen to music,
How nice.
and during the night to relax, you can do that.
That's good. You're able to take care of yourself in that manner, right?
Yes, that's because it's important. And
Yes.
sometimes if you want to talk to some people,
Mm-hmm.
or socialize, go to events other events that are not as serious, you could do that too.
Yes.
There are many ways you can take care, even writing as well.
You
Sometimes
mean
I
you have
like,
a journal? Do you have a diary or something? Or
yeah,
what
I
kind of writing?
writing like a journal,
Oh,
to
nice.
write what the things that I've have been doing, just so that this way I can remember.
Mhm. How
There's
great.
a there's actually a new application on the phone now,
What is
where
it?
it's called journal, and you can write the activities that you have done during the day. And which for me is good, because it makes it a lot easier for me to keep track of you know
What
what I have
happened?
done. And
Yeah.
not only that, but also it'll also show you and different prompts, like, okay, reflect on what you have most gratitude for. Or
Right.
you could write, okay, what mood you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a section where it speaks about your mental well-being,
Mm-hmm.
on the application, on the with this new technology that they have,
So you're
which is
so
good.
yeah, you're very lucky to have this technological advancements now, right? Digitally, Priscilla. You can compare from before and now.
Yes, it's like night and day, because
Mm.
before it took me, like, if I had to do work, any type of writing or any other work,
Mm-hmm.
it would take me maybe at most 2 hours or more
Mm-hmm.
to do the work that would be normally done in like 1 hour. But with
Mm-hmm.
the new digital advancement, it'll take me even the same as other people who are able to see.
Right. So in technology works for you.
Yes.
It's a blessing. And Maria, are you having a hard time catching up with technology, or are you at the same level with Priscilla?
No, I think the Priscilla is a little better.
Better.
Yeah, she passed for, the college when, when the technology that is started. I come from education when I use only the calculator.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Calculator.
calculators. I don't say it's only the calculators, and only use your brain for do the, yeah.
Yes,
But
that's
yeah, that is my time. But now I am better. It's okay, for what I am doing, I am okay. But
uh
then, yeah, that is. I need to learn a little more, but see, I need to learn for do something. I can learn. Yeah.
great. Tell us
Yeah,
about
I try to be in the, and you said Priscilla mentioned about the journal, and that is good
yeah.
because this happened to me because I use it too. Because sometimes when you have the picture, you see, you don't remember with your picture the day, you know what happened in that day.
Yes, you remember
That,
and
that
you
is
you it
interesting.
like look back, right? And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
yeah.
check
Entonces,
yourself how you were feeling that time and if you're
yeah,
still feeling better or worse, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that is
how do you
important.
um entertain yourself or make yourself relaxed, Maria? Considering the roles as a leader, as a mom, how do you
15 years
unwind?
old, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what I look, but you are already retired.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I take a early retire because, I say one day, okay, but I prepared it because I am not taking a decision, oh, I am going to do,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I plan it. I
Okay.
plan it to do. And I say, that is my chapter is to this day. After that, I want to change my chapters in my life. First, my intention, I remember, was, take care more Priscilla,
Mm-hmm.
because, I have my age. I am thinking, I need, give opportunity to Priscilla for be something different and growing professionally.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, maybe in one day I don't be going to be here. Because I want to be have your own support, in her profession and
Mm-hmm.
economic too, because,
Mm-hmm.
we need to think in that because, especially when she has a disability, sometimes they have disadvantage with another people,
Mm-hmm.
So I am thinking in that. I decide, for her to Priscilla, I have the opportunity to start with Women Federation for World Peace. Was very lucky, thanks to Miss Merly.
Mm-hmm.
I am very grateful, that is a blessing for Priscilla because her dream was be is working because she has your degree in diplomacy and
Yes.
has your dreams come true.
It's her
So she,
platform, having
yeah,
finished diplomacy and international relations. So,
she is
your
happy.
dream is for your child as well, or
Yeah.
mainly. But what do you have for yourself? You're just happy now you're retired and doing your advocacy?
Yeah, always I do advocacy for years.
Mm.
I was working when I remember Priscilla. She was, a student in elementary school.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I have problems. I remember the parents say, "Okay, she has a baby, is blind."
Okay.
And the mother, she was with very depressed, that she don't want to go out, she don't want to expose the kids. So please you help me with my wife, with my child. So
Mm-hmm.
you try to help in this time because I am very curious too. I go to the internet, I try to be, follow the organizations, resources, for try to help to Priscilla. And thus I try to do with my community, Spanish community, because sometimes they don't have the information. So that is the way I work I start with my
So this is your
communities.
Ecuadorian group?
Yeah, I have my Ecuadorian group, but I work with any community. That is my organization. I was in the consulate from my country, celebrate
Uh-huh.
one independence in day of my country. So I
I
have
see.
one event. Yeah, that is I
Yeah,
have this. That is in Ecuador too. So
I see.
every year we give donation for toys to the disadvantaged kids. They live in the mountains, and especially in Christmas. This year,
Mm-hmm.
in December, I think 18, we give you 550, big bags,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. I am very, very, very happy. Usually, I I try to give something because I am very grateful with the life. I have my gratitude because
So you give it back.
give it back. I am the person because que, so I have Priscilla. And when I
Mm-hmm.
say God the first, I am blessing because so you can have sometimes kids in this situation the way she has.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be grateful to
Mm-hmm.
God for for give me the opportunity, for give me the everything or the people around me or in the past. I hope in the future for her to
Mm-hmm.
Priscilla. Because I need to be grateful. I am grateful for my son. He is happy. He's going to marry in this month with a beautiful girl in Thailand. He live in Thailand. He live very
Uh-huh.
far.
Oh,
This
he
is,
works there.
yeah.
Awesome.
Entonces, yeah, entonces
I'm
that is,
happy like you are so blessed with the children and you're
yeah,
so grateful that you have them. Us women, we feel like so much of us are our children, right?
yeah, yeah. You need to,
That's the kind of feeling.
yeah, you
Yeah.
need to. I say to my son and to Priscilla, that they need to be, grateful to live here. Priscilla to
Mhm.
live, in this country too, because sometimes the opportunities in our country don't have. That you
Yes,
need to look at that you have a very good education. Every people living in other countries, the dreams come here, get the education in this country, and they have that. Thus,
right,
you need
right.
to be, very grateful, and they
Grateful and
need.
do your best all the time.
Yes, you need to
Yeah,
be grateful. You need to, and so you have something to do, give to the others. So that is, I remember in 2016 when I had, the hair ache in my country. I give
mm,
donation with the
Yeah.
group to the people is in my country. Sometimes you need to El Salvador. And, I have a lot of group, the people, the
nice.
different,
So
really. Yeah.
that's the lesson from mommy, Priscilla, from mama, like be grateful and give back. What
Yeah.
is, as a wrap up, what is in your mind, Priscilla? How do you look at yourself in the future, like in the immediate future, this year, for example?
Well, this year, what I want to do, one of the main things I want to do is um continue continue my work,
Hmm.
doing advocacy. But before I would like to mention a couple of important things.
Okay, go
That
ahead.
before I forget, one of the things that has really been an incentive for me and a motivator to
Yeah.
continue my advocacy work was that because of the work that I have done
Hmm.
advocating for people with disabilities, and I've been named by Insider New Jersey as one of the most influential, number one in the most influential millennials in
Nice.
2019. And then subsequently, um, because I've been involved with helping out with policy making efforts, I
Hmm.
have been named as the policymaker in number s- 79 in 2023, and also in 2022 as well. So because of my work.
Great, great.
And the main thing that I want to do is to continue to work and building my platform so that this would be more solid,
Hmm.
with the advocacy work. But I would like to expand it internationally, and for that you have to be able to speak up, whether it's at the UN or
Hmm.
internationally. That's something that I would like to do. That is something that I see myself doing, because is to continue fulfilling my dream of being at the UN. Um, but I would like to be able to work there, because I think that NGOs should be more aware
Hmm.
of the capabilities that people with disabilities have, and what better way it is to promote awareness about how, digital transformation and technology can be able to help people with disabilities, not only
Hmm.
here but also internationally, but also to allow them to have more economic empowerment,
Right. Oh,
especially
yes.
for families and the women too.
Well, all the best to you on that, Priscilla. And I know you have the inspiration, the motivation to do that this year and in the years to come. So all the best. My heart is with you and with your mom. Thank you so much for the time you're giving me in this podcast. So I hope to see you in person very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Maria
much.
Beauty.
The
Thank you so much
inspiration is
too.
overflowing. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
Yeah.
you
so
for,
much.
for having
So
us in
that's our
your
episode, ladies and gentlemen, with Priscilla Garces and Maria Guevara.
podcast.
And this is really a very inspiring episode. So listen, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. See you again in another future episode of MM. Bye for now.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye, Maria.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye.
Priscilla. Take
Bye.
Bye.
care.
Take care.
Hear you.